Hello everyone. Hello everyone. It's been 7 months since my last upload. Wow, where did the time go? I thought I'd come back for a little bit of a channel update. It's just sort of off the cuff here. I thought I'd give a few updates on what's going on and what's to come. So first off, right off the bat, I've got 2 new videos coming out sometime soon, depending on how long it takes to edit, because editing is a nightmare. So the first of which is called Nautical Nightmare. It's about 4 guys stuck in a submarine at the bottom of the ocean, just sort of bickering the whole time. And I think it's a pretty funny little skit, so that's on the way. The other film is a project that I'm not quite ready to announce just yet, at least announce what the title is. I kind of want it to be a big surprise for when it comes. All I can really say about it is that it's a horror and a comedy, so sort of blending the genres there a little bit. But yeah, that's one I'm very excited about. So I have also been working on a travel series with my friend Sterling. That's up on his channel, Stonic10. So go and check that out. It's really good. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. So that one, I'm in the videos, I'm shooting parts of the video, and I'm doing a little bit of editing on top of that, just to sprinkle a little bit of magic on top of that, you know. And the first episode of that is up at the moment, and from what I've seen of episode 2, it looks even better. So next I want to talk about why I haven't been uploading for 7 months. I've been working on a big project. It was going to be huge, very long. The problem is it was a little bit too long. The sort of scope of the project was a little bit too big. It's hard enough to make a movie professionally. It's even harder to make a movie on your own. So a lot of the workload I was just kind of taking on myself, and it meant that in the end I didn't finish the project. It just I just got sort of burnt out working on it, and I decided to just kind of let it go. For a long time I felt a lot of sort of guilt over that, because I felt like I was letting down the people who worked on the project. For everyone who did work on the project, all the boys, I'm always very grateful to them, and I really do appreciate that help. In the end, the project didn't end up happening, but I think I may have found a way to use some of the footage that we did shoot in other projects in the future. I might be able to sort of use some of this older footage in a different way and just kind of make these smaller projects like I am now, because they're a little bit more manageable than this large, huge, ginormous thing that I was working on through 2021. Next, I'd like to talk about the Blacklight series. Some of you who pay attention to the channel, there's not many of you out there, but maybe a couple of you may have noticed that there are a couple episodes missing from the Blacklight series. Well, I decided to take down the first 2 episodes because I don't really agree with the message that I was putting out there with those 2 videos. The way that I feel about those videos is a lot different. I've left up episodes 3 and 4 for now anyway, mostly because in those episodes I'm playing a character and it's more of a satire. Episode 3 is sort of a satire on these gun nuts who want to flash their guns at any point and are basically just violent lunatics. And the other episode, the acting class one, is sort of a look at these Hollywood producers who are disgusting, evil sex perverts. And then I was also looking at the actual ego of just the acting world in general. Again, I'm playing a character in that episode. That's sort of the only reason I haven't really taken it down. Maybe my feelings on that will change in the future, but for now I'll keep them up just because I think they're still entertaining. In the future, I want to put out videos that are a little less negative. The message I want to put out there is about positivity and love and kindness, and the videos that I'm making, I just want to be more fun, and the first 2 Blacklight episodes weren't that, and so I took them down. So will there be any more Blacklight videos in the future? I'm not too sure. It's hard to really find a good topic that I want to talk about. At this moment, I'm not really compelled to make any more Blacklight videos, but maybe in the future when I have a topic in mind, maybe I'll do that. But at the moment, Blacklight Film Club has a similar fate, unfortunately, to Blacklight. I'm not sure if I will make any more. I have one more episode in mind that I might do for Film Club and then maybe just leave it there. Again, that's another one it's really tough to make Film Club videos because it has to be a review with my thoughts and opinions on the films that I'm reviewing, but it also has to be entertaining and funny, and it has to be coherent. It can't just be like, oh, look at how weird this clip is here. You have to be able to follow the story of the film as it's going along. So I try to include the main highlights of the movie, the main points of the movie. Unfortunately, a lot of the movies that I have watched, there aren't many main points, or it's hard to tell what the main points are because there's just points. There's just things that happen in the movie without progressing the story along. So I'm not sure whether to include this or whether to include that, or maybe I have to include something because it's important to the story, but it's a boring clip to watch in a way, so how do I make that funny? All of that on top of trying to include some kind of sketch at the end. I've always tried to include some type of sketch at the end. The first 2 episodes of Film Club were done just by myself with just my thoughts on the film, which was okay, but it felt like I was just talking into a void, like I am now, which telling jokes to a void, telling jokes to just a camera isn't as fun for me, which is why I brought guests on in the following episodes, and I think every time I brought a guest on it would be a lot funnier because I'd have someone to react with. So for the first 2 episodes I had my friend Hayden help shoot the episodes. He edited some of the episodes, so thank you, Hayden. From episode 3 onwards, I took on the editing role. And it took me a little while to really figure out the pacing of it all, which was sort of tough. And I think by the last episode, I'd finally sort of gotten into the rhythm of it. But I'm not as passionate about that at the moment. So there may possibly be one more episode, or maybe one whenever I see a movie that I really think is worth reviewing. But at the moment it's a little more up in the air. But I've got a lot of scripts written, I've got a lot of ideas floating around in my brain of short films to make in the future, which I think is what I want to focus my efforts on content-wise. So look forward to that stuff in the future. And like I said, Travels with the Boys is up on Stonic 10's channel, so if you want a little bit of extra content, head on over to there and rewatch the Irrelevant Vlogger series, or at least the 3rd one. That's the one I directed, and Irrelevant Bill, so those are the really good ones, you know. And stay tuned for Nautical Nightmare coming soon, and a super secret project that I'm not quite ready to reveal just yet, but it's coming soon. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, keep an eye out for the stuff to come. So yeah, thank you for sticking around, for those of you who have, and thank you even more to the people who will continue to stick around for a lot longer. You are much appreciated. Thank you so much. I love you. You're so sweet and kind and generous. Thank you for sticking around, and leave a like and subscribe. You're such a sweetheart.
Everything's okay, I promise. I forgive you. Bye, baby girl. Stay perfect, just for me.